So friends, hello to everyone. Today a new week has started for us. The bullish divergence on the 12-hour time frame has almost played out. I warned about it in my previous video. Bitcoin has now reached an important resistance level at the 106,500 zone without, I'll note again, any additional retest of this level. Thus, the price has broken out of the descending channel, and now I'll explain what that means. Ethereum has barely managed to hold at the 2,500 level. This level serves as support for it, but the bearish technical divergences are still active, so we'll also discuss this in more detail now. Friends, if you want to get additional analytics and insights, join my trading chat. You can find it via the link in the description. Additionally, you'll receive 10 of my precise trading indicators. Since Bitcoin has reached an important resistance level without a retest again, yes, we haven't tested this level in the 106.0 zone. And thanks once again to manipulations, this means that we will do it sooner or later. But right now, I don't rule out that we might reach the 107.0 zone where our reversal level according to Fibonacci is located. To be more precise, that's 107.600, and at the 109.0 level, there is a large volume of liquidity. But even if we reach these levels, we should pull back for a retest because the RSI will be overheated. And there hasn't been a retest yet, yes, but it's necessary since we had an update of the minimum at 100,600. And at the 98.0 level, there is still a lot of liquidity left. But again, first, before we, for example, collect it there, we will need to test the 105.0 level, where there is a gap on the CME that appeared over the weekend. And on the MACD, by the way, on the 3-day time frame, we have a bearish cross signal, which will help Bitcoin reach this level. As I already mentioned, Bitcoin has broken through an important channel. But to confirm this breakout, we will also need to confirm this trend line. In other words, there will be a bounce from it. This could be, for example, a bounce from 105, and then, for instance, a move to 103.0, and only from there will we see some new movement. And on the weekly MACD, there is a second confirmation of weakening bullish momentum, so that will also contribute to the downward movement. For Ethereum, it is necessary to hold the 2,500 level in order to talk about further growth. But on both the daily and weekly timeframes, we still have active bearish divergences. On the daily, it has basically already played out. Yes, here we've reached the midpoint. This, in principle, is already a fulfillment. But on the weekly time frame, it is still active, so it could create problems for further growth. That's why you should keep an eye on this trend line. If we break through it, accordingly, the divergence will be invalidated. But if we confirm it, then we are heading down. And the main resistance for Ethereum right now is the 3,000 area. That is, for Ethereum to grow, it needs to consolidate at the 3,000 level. For Bitcoin, our main resistance is at 107,600. If it breaks through and then consolidates again, we will go on to collect liquidity even higher. In other words, we will go to collect this liquidity. And right now, a bullish signal has appeared again on the 2-week MACD. But now we need another 2 weeks to confirm it. That is, again, that could be a reversal and the signal could disappear again. I also don't rule out some kind of short squeeze right now. In other words, we might shoot up at first and then, for example, drop back down and go to test, say, the 103 level. So that can't be ruled out either. That's all for today, friends. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like. As always, I wish you all profit, good luck, and goodbye.